A very warm welcome to you, and thank you for joining us on Health and Wellness. My name is Zaitun Ali, and please let us know where you're watching us from. The WhatsApp line is 0759 434389, 0759 434389. You can also find us on our social media platforms at KTN Home _ on IG, on X, and at KTN Home on Facebook. So today we are actually proudly brought to you by Brookside, and our main focus is the Brookside Plus probiotic yogurt, and you'll get to find more about its benefits. It has very added advantages, and it's why we are also talking about probiotics and women health. So actually, I was today, hata kabla ni introduce my guest, nimekuja niko na homa ingine mbaya, and I was like, no, I have to do this show because there's probiotics. I have a nutritionist here. She's going to tell us more about. She's burst my bubble, but she'll talk more. Welcome to the show. I have Tracy Orwa. She is a nutritionist from HealthX Africa. She's going to talk more about probiotics and their advantages and how they benefit us, and especially when it comes to women reproductive health. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Naona umematch leo mpaka kama Brookside.
Yes.
Ulijua. Thank you for understanding the assignment. Yeah. And before the show started, I was telling you, I'm under the weather. Probiotics inaweza saidia homa. Ukaniambiaje?
No.
Ningebaki tu.
Fortunately not.
But it's okay. Thank you so much for coming. And we just want to lay a foundation and get to know what are probiotics.
All right. So probiotics are basically good bacteria.
Yes.
So our gut, that is the tube connecting our mouth to the anus, hosts a lot of gut microbiome. And this consists of yeasts, of fungi, of bacteria. And the good thing about gut microbiome is that as opposed to genetics, you can actually influence, you can use your probiotics to influence your health. You can use it as a tool to good health. And so the gut microbiome helps us with a lot of functions. It helps with the immune system, helps with digestion, and also helps with mood regulation. So it has a lot of functions in the body.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So as we're talking about it, this probiotic yogurt, the Brookside Plus, so we're talking about how it is very natural with no preservatives, fresh with fruit. So when we're talking about how probiotics, yogurt actually, what you eat, you are actually what you eat.
Yes.
And that is what it consists of the gut. So you can talk about what's it called in terms of lifestyle, the food that we eat. How do we now take care of our gut health?
Yes, please. Okay, so the first thing we need to think about is with digestion.
Yeah.
The body on its own is not able to digest certain products, for example, dietary fiber. And so we use the help of the gut microbiome to help us to digest these fruits, and in turn we're able to absorb the nutrients. So for example, we feed the gut microbiome with fruit, vegetables, and so in turn we're able to absorb some of the nutrients. For example, we're able to absorb vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 is necessary to convert carbohydrates into fuel. We also have vitamin B9. Vitamin B9 is basically folic acid. So folic acid helps to produce the genetic material, the DNA, the RNA. And then we have vitamin B12.
Yeah.
So vitamin B12 works hand in hand with vitamin B9 to help with formation of red blood cells. And then lastly, we have vitamin K. Vitamin K helps with wound healing. So kikata apa, that's what helps to heal the wound. Additionally, the gut microbiome metabolizes bile acids, which means now the liver is able to recycle bile acids, and that helps for fat digestion. So that means if there's inadequate bile acid, then now you'll start to find cholesterol in the blood. So it's a whole ecosystem. Oh,
really? Okay. When it comes to, what's it called, foods and supplements, can we say it's part of the supplements?
Yes, it's actually part of the supplements.
Yeah.
You can actually get it from food, right? You can get it from yogurt. Yogurt is a very good source of probiotics. And when you're looking at yogurt, you need to look at the colon-forming units. That's a measurement for viable probiotics, the gut microbiome. So Actually, when you're buying yogurt, you want to look at the live cultures and the colon-forming units.
Okay. So whatever the Brookside Plus, the one that you have here, is one of the yogurts that actually has the probiotics. Not all have, actually. So when we use this, how can we use it in our, what's it called, our day-to-day like lives? How do you use it in food? What do we mix it with? Yeah.
All right, so let's start from breakfast.
Yes.
You can have your cereals, you can have maybe granola. If you're someone who likes oats, you can mix it with oats and a bit of fruits just to give it some taste.
Yeah.
As a snack, you can have your yogurt and a handful of nuts. You can also make smoothies. You can have your yogurt-based smoothie.
Yeah.
Have your vegetables. And, if you want to really go for it and make it nutrient-dense, you can add your seeds so that it's nutrient-packed.
Which kind of seeds?
Any. Pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds.
So now when it comes to women health and especially the reproductive health, so how does now probiotics come to life?
Probiotics help women by maintaining vaginal flora.
Okay.
That eliminates risk of yeast infection, bacterial vaginosis, and urinary tract infection. So it helps to maintain a healthy vaginal flora to eliminate some of these risks of, the diseases.
Aside from that?
In terms of women health as well, if you're looking at pregnancy, the gut microbiome or probiotics, you're also able to, with the gut microbiome, it's able to produce, it helps to metabolize hormones such as oxytocin, which helps with milk production and ejection. So actually, it's a whole system.
Does it have to be only the natural yogurt that most of the time it's recommended when women are suffering from UTI? Very common during pregnancy, and you find that you're recommended to now take natural yogurt. So does it have to be just natural yogurt, or you can do ones with vanilla or strawberry as well?
We'd want to pay keen attention to preservatives. So if you're able to get a yogurt that doesn't use added preservatives, then you should be on a good side.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you're able to, you can use, plain yogurt. But if the yogurt is, doesn't have any added preservatives, that's a good, it's a plus.
Okay. And especially now during that time for pregnancy, why is it that the yeast infections and the UTI are common during that time?
It's because there's a lot of hormonal imbalance in the body. And so now this affects or gives room for the harmful bacteria to grow and thrive. And so you find that in pregnancy also, you might find complications such as bacterial vaginosis. This is just because, harmful bacteria are thriving. The good thing about yogurt is that with yogurt, you're able to find about 250 ml gives you about 250 to 400 milligrams of potassium. And so this potassium helps to, it helps to regulate, it helps with fluid balance, And so this fluid balance helps with sodium retention, prevents sodium retention. And so even in pregnancy, we are trying to minimize risk of hypertension, which is basically preeclampsia. So that
it helps as well.
That's in addition to the action of bile acids and helping to, prevent the cholesterol in blood, also helps women in terms of, prevention of preeclampsia. So it's a whole topic.
Okay.
Yeah, so the gut microbiome is actually really interesting.
That's a good topic that we need also to discuss. But apart from yogurt, where else can we find in terms of food?
Other sources of prebiotics, or probiotics, is mala. You can get it from mala. You can get it from kimchi. Kimchi is basically fermented vegetables. And you can also get it from kefir.
Fermented vegetables?
Kama
gani?
You can have your, for example, sauerkraut is basically fermented cabbage.
Sour what?
Kraut.
Siuziita na Kiswahili, guys. Ndio tujue hizo gani. Probably I use them. Ndivyo tu sijajua inaitwa hivyo.
But a very available local source is mala. Mala, yogurt, very good sources of probiotics.
Hapo kwa vegetables najua umeilenga sana, but we will revisit that. We shall. Okay. Then when it comes to, again, women reproductive health, is it necessary during breastfeeding?
Yes, it's actually necessary during breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Again, it metabolizes hormones such as oxytocin, which helps with milk production and also ejection. So it also helps in pregnant and breastfeeding.
Okay.
The good thing also, whatever you're eating as a mom, you're also transferring to your baby, and that helps with the development of their gut as well.
Oh, even for the little baby.
Yeah, so you're transferring it.
So who is supposed to be taking these probiotics? Is
Moms.
it everyone?
Everyone. I'd say because they have different, they have different benefits.
Which
they help with the immune system.
Yes.
They help with the digestion. They help with the mood. But more attention.
Mood?
Yeah.
Like moods?
Moods
swings.
too.
So nikianza kutumia probiotics itaacha like
genuinely, it helps with the mood.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so aside from that...
yeah, it can be used by everyone.
Yeah.
But more attention needs to be paid by women because we're trying to eliminate risk of, yeast infection, urinary tract infection, bacterial vaginosis. And so women need to really incorporate it into their diet.
So bacterial vaginosis, also probiotics are bacteria, but they are useful and helpful bacteria.
Yeah.
So what's the discrepancy actually? How do they become?
You see, with bacterial vaginosis, this is a whole other topic. It's to do again with, imbalance and, with, okay, it happens, it recurs. You find that women also during their periods, because of unhygiene, sometimes it's not even them wanting to, it's just something that happens. And so for them, in terms of, if you're looking to target bacterial vaginosis, then you'll be looking at strains like Lactobacillus rhamnosus, Lactobacillus acidophilus. So it's...
What are those?
There are strains used to help bacterial vaginosis. It helps to ease some of the symptoms.
Oh, really? What? It's a whole it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole topic.
Probiotics. Okay. And now once the mom is breastfeeding, okay, the baby, at what point do now this baby also now starts taking? Is it advisable for them to have probiotics, or from what age can they be allowed to take this as well as part of their supplement?
For babies, after 1 year.
After 1 year?
Yeah, after 1 year, because they might get allergies, maybe their bodies are not yet equipped to be able to handle the lactase. So we usually advise after 1 year is when they can start to incorporate the yogurt.
Are there any type of people who cannot be able to use the probiotics?
Yeah, for example, the people suffering from IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and for them, when they use yogurt, because of the lactase, it flares up their condition. So maybe for them, they need to look for other sources, and maybe for them, actually, you would now think about supplements. Other supplements like... Probiotic supplements.
Apart from yogurt.
Yeah.
Okay. But ziko kidogo sana, all the other types of probiotics, it's actually something that people don't really talk about as much. Yeah, because I don't know, it's because where to find them is the issue, or is it just lack of awareness of the benefits of these probiotics?
Yeah, you'll find that a myth is actually that probiotics only help our gut. And so people don't understand that actually it plays a role in digestion, in immune system. So I can blame it on not knowing. They don't know, lack of awareness.
Gut health is a whole topic as well. That apart from, we need to know how it really works in our bodies and how essential it is. Because you even mentioned it can, a poor gut health can also be seen in your skin, on your skin.
Yes, exactly.
So how can we just now ensure that we maintain our gut health?
To maintain your gut health, look at it from two perspectives. There's prebiotics and there's probiotics. So prebiotics create a healthy environment for the probiotics to thrive. So basically, we are feeding the gut, right? The gut microbes. So you'd want to feed on fibers to help the growth of the microbiomes. Now, to help with the microbiomes themselves, you'd want to look at yogurt, you'd want to look at mala, you'd want to increase your intake. But so I'd say quick tips. Yeah. Have about 6 to 8 servings of vegetables. This can be, veggies, can be fruits or fiber, I should have said. 6 to 8 servings of vegetables. Then have 2 to 3 servings of fruits. That's to increase the fiber so that we are feeding our gut microbiome. And then in terms of now maintaining the gut microbiota, then we're talking about yogurt, we're talking about, mala, we're talking about kimchi and all other fermented foods,
Now, would you explain prebiotics?
Okay. So prebiotics create a healthy environment for the probiotics to thrive.
Yeah.
As I was talking about digestion, I mentioned that our bodies on its own are not able to digest fibers.
Yes.
And so the gut microbiome helps us by digesting these fibers, and in turn, we're able to absorb the nutrients. So basically, prebiotics is now eat your vegetables, eat your fruits, get your fiber in.
So there are these fruits, there are veggies, so they work hand in hand.
Yes, they work together.
Okay. Other benefits to the body, apart from the ones that you've mentioned, the immunity and anything, how now do we consider probiotics to be helpful, especially to women's health?
I'd say we've covered a good chunk of it. It helps the mood.
Yeah.
It helps with, weight in terms of if you're feeding up on, you're feeding up on fibers, stops you from grabbing, snacks that may not be good for you.
Oh, really?
Again, we've talked about bile acids and helping it to prevent, and how it acts with fat digestion. So that eliminates fat in your blood, right?
Okay.
So there's immunity. Breast milk production, right?
Oh, even breast milk?
Yes, because it gives us gives us oxytocin, the hormone, which helps with breast milk production and ejection.
Nice.
In terms of probiotics, it helps to maintain vaginal flora, eliminating risk of UTI, yeast infection, bacterial vaginosis. Yeah.
When it comes to weight, like you can use it to actually maintain a good figure. Just asking for other people. Others, yeah? Does it help you cut down on weight?
No.
Not really?
Not really.
Okay, but now when you're saying it helps you cut down on the snacks, and it ensures that you eat healthy.
Yeah, it ensures that you eat healthy.
Oh.
But no studies have been shown to say that probiotics can help you lose weight.
Not
directly.
haraka sana. And is there a reason as to why, they can't flourish where there's what's it called, additives and preservatives? Lazima ziko hivyo natural, or how do they work?
Again, some of these preservatives have chemicals which now affect or kill the gut microbiome. And so that's why we're talking about plain yogurt. But if they're yogurts that have no preservatives, go for it.
Okay. When it comes to skin, how can they help in terms of our skin? Yeah.
So with skin, you find that this gut microbiome produce short-chain fatty acids, which is unique to the gut microbiome. And so this short-chain fatty acids exhibit anti-inflammatory properties, which help with acne, which help with conditions like eczema.
Even eczema?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yes.
So not like it clears?
Yeah, it helps with relieving the symptoms, because it helps with the inflammation. The trick here is anti-inflammatory, to reduce the inflammation.
Okay.
Yeah.
But other people, when the ones that they have eczema, at times the milk products are trigger towards
Exactly.
So.
And that's why we're talking about, for some of them, they're not able to take, milk products because of the lactase. Then you'd look for other ways of getting in your probiotics. Now that's maybe you'd think about kimchi.
Oh.
Or you think about now the supplements.
Okay,
yeah.
That makes sense. But ensures even the acne goes away.
In a idea because of the inflammation. It's the anti-inflammatory properties.
How long does it work? Like you need to do it consistently. You need for how long do you now take these probiotics, at least to ensure you're seeing results of a certain...
For you to see results, it can take anywhere between 5 days to a few weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So it depends on the condition and the severity.
But based on gut health, you're supposed to take it.
Yeah, you can take it you'll start to see within a few days, 3 days, 5 days. You should be able to see some changes.
Okay. And actually, we have a few fruits over here that you're going to make for us. You can probably talk about it. We'll do that at the second part of the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, actually, just mention we will do it practically at the second part of the show. So
all right.
What you have there?
So we have raspberries.
Yeah.
Raspberries are antioxidants.
Yeah.
We have bananas, which give us potassium. And then we have our plain yogurt. We have our strawberry yogurt. So we have quite an array of, flavors that we can use.
Depending on what your taste feels like. So we have strawberry, we have vanilla, and we also have the natural one.
Yes, please.
What's your preference between those?
Plain yogurt.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I can't.
So that's why we have fruits to help infuse some.
Yeah,
some taste.
But thank you, Tamu. Okay, just to be honest. It doesn't change anything. By the way, me and plain yogurt.
You're a sweet tooth.
Sana. So after the break, we're coming back to do this practical bit of how you can just make a quick snack with our probiotic, our Brookside Plus probiotic yogurt. And at least you've heard about the benefits that it comes. So this one has actually 0 preservatives, means that you need to refrigerate it. And it comes in vanilla. We have strawberry and the plain one. Ionia Tracy. And remember, I also have a pack for one of the viewers who is going to text me on my WhatsApp line. 0759 434389. I just want to hear, what kind of experience have you had with any of the Brookside Plus probiotic yogurt? Na please nitumie hata picha hivi, picha tu hapa nione unaikunywa, and then I have a gift hamper for you. So we're going on a short commercial break. We'll be right back with more from Health and Wellness. Stay tuned.
You are watching Health and Wellness, brought to you by Brookside Plus Probiotic Yogurt.
Brookside Probiotic Yogurt, you can use it in any form. Add it to your smoothies, drink it off the glass, and you will be able to enhance that healthy digestive system.
Download Odibets app. Unaweza kujishindia hadi 50,000 bob kila siku.
People come to me and they say they get discomfort when they have ice cream. Can you imagine that? Avoiding having cold ice cream. Sensodyne gives you long-lasting protections against sensitivity. And people come in and they're like, oh, it works. I can have ice cream and I'm not in any discomfort. I recommend Sensodyne because it works. It's brilliant.
Exciting kids shows to keep the little ones entertained.
You got it, dude.
Experience the thrill of live sports on La Liga and Bundesliga. For every mood, for every moment. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Rest assured, whenever you need someone to listen, I'll be there, Kiara.
Huh? Wait, Kent! Kent, what are you doing? Stop!
How could you take advantage of her when you know she's mourning?
Maybe it's high time I send you away from Alhambra.
Pops, calm down.
Who is he anyway? I know nothing about him. I won't let my sister run around with some nobody.
Don't be so quick to judge.
Who are the suspects you have so far?
It took time, but we're starting to get a clearer picture. I promise you, my team and I won't stop until we track them down, Mr. Fierro.
Guys, this is Mila, my girlfriend.
Nilipata mtoto kama ameangushwa chini analia. Tasaidieni baba yangu amedungwa kisu na wamemnyang'anya simu.
Huyu mtoto aliachiwa akiwa na miezi 3.
Tutachukua sheria kwa mkono, tukikupata tutamalizana na wewe alafu tuite polisi akukujie.
This is one of the most dangerous pathways here in Mathare 4A. So once they use terrorize on the upper side, they come and find hideouts here where they shelter from security apparatus.
Zaidi ya wavuvi 20 wa Kenya wauliwa na washukiwa wa jamii ya Dasanach kutoka Ethiopia katika eneo la Todonyang mpakani mwa Kenya na Ethiopia. Rais William Ruto apokea watalii 3,000 walioabiri meli katika bandari ya Mombasa, huku akisema Kenya inalenga kukaribisha watalii milioni 5 kufikia mwaka 2027. Mvutano wa uongozi waendelea katika chuo kikuu cha Nairobi licha ya kuondolewa kwa mwenyekiti wa baraza la chuo hicho Profesa Mukoa Anangwe. Na mzozo wanukia katika chama cha ODM kuhusiana na mbinu za kushirikiana na serikali ya Kenya Kwanza bila kukaidi uongozi wa chama hicho.
This week on Let's Be Real, my opinion still stands. Having a TV in your living room is a poverty mindset.
We still want to lose weight, but where are we wearing our jaw to achieve that? Are we that desperate?
Men are broke and they are being heartbroken. Boy! And ladies, they don't care. What? We'll discuss this and so much more this Sunday at 10 p.m. only on Let's Be Real.
You are watching Health and Wellness, brought to you by Brookside Plus Probiotic Yogurt.
Brookside Probiotic Yogurt, you can use it in any form. Add it to your smoothies, drink it off the glass, and you will be able to enhance that healthy digestive system.
Remember, this is Health and Wellness. My name is Zaitun Ali. And before the break, we were talking about probiotics and women health. The show is proudly sponsored to you by Brookside. And a key focus today is the Brookside Plus probiotic yogurt. You know, this one has no preservatives, actually very natural with fruits. And I know you can see whatever we are trying to prepare here. Some amazing snacks that we can take. And we've also talked about the benefits of probiotics. So it's not all your yogurts that have probiotics, but this one actually has. Tracy Aura from HealthX Africa. She is a nutritionist. She's here. She's joining me talking about probiotics and the benefits it has to our gut health. Umetuambia ni bacteria, lakini ni bacteria yenye iko na faida.
Yes, please.
Yes. So I don't know, what do we have here? At least we can do something in terms of preparing a snack. Right. How can we take our probiotics?
So,
and even before you start, how do we know? Like our yogurt has probiotics, by the way.
It has to be indicated on the pack that it has probiotics.
Okay.
Many times they assume that yogurt has probiotics, but actually it doesn't. So we see with this, we can be able to see that it has indicated that it has probiotics. So this is good.
Okay. Yeah. Sawa. So what can we make? A quick snack. You mentioned you can take it with granola. Again, you can just pass by quickly.
All right. So in terms of how you can get your, your probiotics in. For example, for breakfast, you can have your cereals, which can be oats, can be granola. Serve it with your yogurt. If you're really going for nutrition, you can have some pumpkin seeds, some chia seeds to give you nutrient-dense meals. As a snack, you can also make a yogurt-based smoothie. So that has yogurt, a bunch of, spinach or kales, and then have your yogurt and your fruit just to infuse some taste. Perfect. Yeah. So those are ways in which you can get your probiotics in.
Okay. And you can also get to enjoy with us. We have a hamper for you, like I said. courtesy of Brookside. Niambie pale kwa WhatsApp 0759434389. What's the best experience you've had with this yogurt? How do you take it? Please nitumie hata picha kwa WhatsApp yangu. Nangoja simu ndio I get to see, and I'll gift you one of the hampers, and we'll get to announce who has gotten it. But before then, how do we prepare this? Nimekwambia niko na homa, so acha nikae mbali nisishike na practice hygiene kwa mbali.
Alright, so first we'll start with our yogurt.
Yeah.
Let's just start with our yogurt.
But you told me, imalizi homa. Umeniambia mimi nitafute vitamin C, but I think homa inaletwanga juu labda immunity yangu pia iko strong.
Iko low.
Si ndio?
Yeah.
Na si umeniambia itajenga immunity.
Actually, by the way, immunity also, probiotics also helps with the immunity. Sorry.
Yeah. And let me ask you, this is how you, when people call for consultation, yani unapendanga consultation yako via online?
Yeah, we do our consultations online.
Aje sasa?
So you call in using our toll-free number, you're able to advise. Yeah. We can have sessions via Teams, so you can actually see.
Akisina katu ni meeting ya office ingine hapo actually kwako. So Tracy, I want to improve my gut health, and now I'm seeing you over Teams. Serious?
Yeah, it's good. You're relaxed, you're calm.
Really?
Yeah, you're able to pay more attention. Perfect.
Okay, I think bado ninakwanga wale wa I need to see the doctor to feel I'm well. I want to see her. Niongelesha ashike kani kuna temperature. So what are you mixing?
Okay, so now here we have our plain yogurt, banana, and a bit of raspberry, just to give it a taste.
Raspberry.
Do you want to go ahead?
Missy shiki kitu.
So do you want me to prepare for you?
Yeah, please do.
Right. So which yogurt will you
ni venye naona ama ni yenye nashika ni mimi nakula. Wacha niweke simu kando basi. Okay, so what do I prepare?
Choose yogurt.
Not the plain. It has to be the strawberry. It has to be. Okay. Hii mbona ilikuja na vifuniko mbili? Ndio the reason mnasema ni Brookside Plus. Okay. I don't know why I shake. By the way, what to shake yogurts? Come with me. I have to shake my yogurts. You do?
I don't do it, but there shouldn't be any problem.
And I saw, you know, it says 70% of your health is your gut health.
Yes, please.
It's 70%. Really?
Yes.
That's a lot. So what consists of the 30?
That's an interesting question. Maybe we should revisit.
Yeah. And right now, I actually thought about something. The meds that we take, the antibiotics. We've talked about probiotics, and I know, is there a relation towards what are these biotics? No.
So you see, the thing with if you're sick and end up getting, you're prescribed antibiotics.
Yeah.
Now these antibiotics kill bacteria. They don't distinguish between good and bad bacteria.
Okay.
They just flush them out. And so we usually recommend when you're on antibiotics, please make sure that you get your probiotics in. Have your yogurts, have your mala, just as a way of reintroducing the good bacteria into your gut.
Yeah, right now I'm on antibiotics, and I'm like, okay, so I need to take a lot of probiotics
yes,
as well. Okay. Hii ndio itakuwa ya kesho mpaka. Asante sana. At least now, pia mimi naenda na hampa nyumbani. Thank you, Brookside, to just kill. Why does it kill like all bacteria, honestly?
Because
like,
it's not able to distinguish. It's trying to get rid of the harmful bacteria.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't distinguish between good and bad. Just clears, flushes out the bacteria.
And when it comes to women health, like how do you now know which probiotics are good for you?
Okay, so probiotics don't all work the same.
Yeah.
For example, if you're looking at gut health, then you'd want to look for a product that has lactobacillus, right? And bifidobacterium. These are the strains that help with gut health.
So this has lactobacillus as well?
Yes.
So what is that exactly?
It is a strain. It is a strain of microbes that help with, they help to restore.
Ukisema microbes, unasema in short?
Yeah, in short.
So in full me?
Microbiomes.
What were health techs? Gen Z talk. Me, I love mine with a lot of ndizi, bananas. Okay.
You should add more.
Yeah, so actually, what is happening is I'm being told by my producer, people, SMSs, yani WhatsApp yangu inaingia kabisa kabisa, kila mtu anataka hii hamper. But I need to know your name, your location, mali tunaweza kupatia hii hamper. So make sure umetuma pia picha na experience yenye umekuwa nayo mzuri about this. Hata wanapiga vile sizi shika simu sahi hapa, niko live guys, but keep the messages coming. We'll get a winner for this. We'll also mimi nataka kuonja niwaambie.
How is it?
I love it. I love it. You'll get to enjoy this like me. You love yours?
Love it.
Natural.
Perfect.
Yani unafanya natural every time. Okay, no problem. This is really good, guys. Breakfast ni snack. Lunch kidogo wenye wanafanya fasting wanaweza tumia.
No. If you're looking at intermittent fasting, you should be taking 0 calories. Yeah, so not necessarily.
Okay.
But you can use it to break fast.
To
it's a good way of breaking fast, yes.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. When it comes to mental health, what's the relation between your gut health and your mental health?
So, our gut microbiome helps to influence our brain through the gut to brain axis. And this is basically a network connecting the brain to the gut. And so it helps, the gut microbiome helps to stimulate, it helps to stimulate neurotransmitters such as serotonin.
Okay.
Serotonin is what is responsible for our mood, for our sleep, for our digestion.
Even sleep?
Yeah. So studies have shown that people with low serotonin levels usually suffer from disorders like depression, anxiety. So that's actually the link.
Really?
Yeah.
This can help.
Yes, it can.
Okay, that's CJ. Okay, that makes sense. And even when it comes to, especially when you're talking about breastfeeding moms, that time, there's a lot of depression, PT. Yes. PTSD. Inakwanga post-trauma. It is the one?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it can help at that point.
It can help because it helps with the stimulation of the neurotransmitters such as serotonin. Also dopamine, but serotonin, more of serotonin. Yeah, which helps with the mood. Yeah.
Oh, dopamine.
Dopamine.
It's
what makes you want to do something. Yeah, gives you that kick to keep doing something.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. So far, so good. What else? Umemaliza hiyo yako? Thank you for this. And we can actually, let me see a couple of people who've texted in. Nitawasoma tu hapa haraka. Zinakuja guys. Let me see. Someone has sent a picture and they're taking the Brookside Plus probiotic yogurt. Uya nakunywa ya vanilla. Hi, my name is Rachel from Nakuru. I really love this probiotic yogurt. I'm on blood pressure meds and most of the time I used to have fungal infection. But since I started using the yogurt as a woman, I'm healthy and sita hii kidogo itanilemea hapa kwa TV lakini amesema thank you Brookside. Huyu yako sawa. This one is okay. Someone has also mentioned you can also use it for we can also use it for pastries, baking cakes, pancakes and mandazis. Yes. Because for pancakes that actually works.
Actually, even for gut salads, you can actually use it as a base in salads.
Salad, you mix with what and what and what?
You can have your veggies, you can have your fruits, just as a way of getting in your probiotics as well. You can have your apples,
Oh yeah, even apples. Yeah. Apples make sense. Okay. Next time utakuja hapa tukande unga ya mandazi. Hii mambo kunikunyesha yogurt pekee. Next time tutapika hapa keki, tutabake basi, yeah? We'll have you again, okay. What's kindly ask, is it true that the flavored yogurt adds weight? Like makes you add weight? Someone is asking that.
I think what they're looking at is the sugar. And so with that, if you're taking products that are high in sugar, this can also affect you. So yes, I can say yes and no. It doesn't directly influence the, gaining weight. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Not necessarily.
So like this one who said she's been on pressure meds and it's working. So is there a relation?
This is because actually 250 ml of probiotics gives you about 250 to 400 milligrams of potassium. Wow. Potassium helps with preventing. It's actually responsible for fluid balance in the body. So it helps to prevent sodium retention. Okay. These are some of the risks that cause hypertension in the body.
Oh, serious? Yeah. So, like you mentioned about preeclampsia even?
Yeah, preeclampsia.
Okay, that makes sense. And you can find this in 250
ml.
Na pia kuna 450 by the way ml. In all supermarkets, they are available in all supermarkets. Niko na Susan amenitumia picha ya probiotic yogurt ya strawberry. She's saying no gas anymore. So it works as well?
Yeah. If you find that if you have problems with your gut, you experience a lot of gas, bloating. So if you're able to feed your gut right, some of these challenges should be no. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, it actually has a direct correlation.
I'm learning from you guys a lot. Okay. There's my name is Vivian Nyogoro from Roysambu. Happy to follow the show. Thank you, Vivian. Yeah, nakunywa vanilla. Sijona mwenye nakunywa plain. So far. Hi, mimi ni Esther Karithi from Nyandarua and I love it. Here pia ametuma picha ya strawberry. There's also one saying, hi KTN, I'm Fatu from Juja. I tried probiotic for the first time last year since I had digestive issue and was pregnant, experienced diarrhea sana and went into labor the same day. Not sure if it had something to do with it. Sorry, I didn't take a photo, unfortunately. Okay, Fatu, took my photo. That's a photo. Oh, like it happened last year. So, Anoliza, was it the one that caused her to go into labor like immediately?
No.
You're umeyekelea.
Wakati ilikuwa imefika.
Okay, there's hello, I'm Anne from Pipeline. Here's my story. I used to get infections like yeast and I used a lot of antibiotics. But since I used it and I loved it, it is amazing. Again, strawberry. What was strawberry to go in? Hapa tukifanya poll.
Nitalose.
Nice. Keep them coming. By the time you show inaisha na kwa nimepata mtu wa kutoka na hii hamper. Just like me, you'll get to enjoy. But even as you're winding up, what is something that you can tell people about their gut health, especially women? How to just keep your gut health in check? Yeah.
Interesting. I'll layer on the last point.
Okay.
So when you visit a doctor, when you're given antibiotics, please always get your probiotics in. Have your yogurt, have your mala to help bring them back, to reintroduce them into your gut. A quick takeaway is we've been thinking that actually probiotics only help our gut, but it helps a lot. It helps with the body functions, immune system, it helps with digestion. Yeah. So please get your probiotics in.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because right now I think I've been on antibiotics for a long time, actually, and especially UTI, clearly in Acidia. Everyone is talking about it and yeast infection. How can we just get rid of this thing, honestly? How? It's a main challenge, especially to women. Yeah.
Always just have your probiotics. Helps to maintain your vaginal flora.
Yeah.
Eliminating risk of the yeast infection, urinary tract infection, bacterial vaginosis. Okay. So always just have your probiotics.
Okay, so there are others, guys, even as we're winding up the show. Guys, come in. Hey, fast and quick. Mili hata nimepotea ya mwisho ilikuwa wapi? Let me see. Yes, Olga. Hi, my name is Olga Akinyi from Kisumu. I have been unwell for quite some times, issues concerning my gut. But since I bought it, I am actually healing. Iye pia ametuma ya strawberry probiotic. Oh, I'm so sorry, Olga. Get well soon, and I hope this actually helps. Hata ya nasema I love it, na gas inaisha. Fasting, I take it every morning. Okay. So,
you can have about 2 servings per day. Perfect.
2 servings per day.
If you have your yogurt, yes.
Lakini pia kama una pesa mingi sana ya 2 unaweza kunywa pia moja.
Yes,
itasaidia, but now consistently.
Yeah, consistent.
Okay, that makes sense. So, anasema I hope it heal pia infections. Actually, it heal. Kuna testimonials over here. I don't know, Millicent, who do we choose? You're going to come and pick the hamper right here at our KTN studios, Mombasa Road, on Wednesday. on Wednesday. So the winner, Fatu. Sijui mbona producer wangu amechagua Fatu, lakini amependa Fatu from Juja. Mwenye alisema I tried probiotics for the first time when she had a digestive issue and was pregnant. Ni kama history yake imebamba producer wangu. And was pregnant. But we know it's not that made you actually deliver. There's that one. Pia kuna mwingine amenifurahisha, ule mwenye alituma wa kwanza. Producer tafuta ule wa kwanza pia. Ukiweza wanaweza kasirika Brookside watupatie 2 tupeane. Si ndio? Yes, that's fine. So where can we find you even as you're winding up when we require your services? Hizi zako za telemed. Tracing yaje. Nasikia nika get health in a newman. Nasa hiyo tuko kwa simu. Okay. So I'll book an appointment with you to have good.
You'll actually, it's good. You'll enjoy it.
Serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can find me at HealthX Africa. We're a telemedical company, so you can call us. You know, you can call to speak to a doctor. You can call to speak to a nutritionist, a psychologist, anytime. Yeah.
Okay. Sawa. Social media platforms?
HealthX Africa on all social media platforms.
Okay. Sawa. Rachel, mimi nilipenda story yako ni venye uko Nakuru. Sijui utakujia aje. Hebu ni text hapo uniambie venye utakujia. Kama utapata njia, tutaongea na watu wa Brookside watakuwekea pia yako. Rachel from Nakuru, I really love this probiotic yogurt. I'm on blood pressure meds and most of the time I used to have fungal infection, but since I started using the yogurt as a woman, I'm healthy and ebu nisomei, labda utanisaidia. Imeandikwa pro?
Yeah.
Sawa. Aya. Lakini yeye ndio tutapatie. In case you have a way of coming for it, please let us know. Thank you for joining us. The show has proudly brought to you by Brookside, the main focus being the Brookside Plus probiotic yogurt. We've said no preservatives, very natural, fresh. Kitu iko nazo ni real fruits. Utapata ya vanilla, utapata strawberries, you know, and then we can be able to actually improve our gut health when it comes to probiotics. So it has very many added advantages. Ndio maana tumeita Brookside Plus. Make sure to stay tuned. This episode will also be on YouTube at KTN Entertainment. Find it there. Also on our social media platforms at KTN Home _ on Instagram and X, and at KTN Home on Facebook. Mimi nipate at Ali_Zaitun on Instagram, on X, on Facebook, kila mahali. Thank you so much for tuning in. Na zingine zikikuja usijali, we'll see as much as possible how many people we can gift, yeah? But thank you so much for tuning in. Wacha to enjoy probiotic yogurt. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. That was quick.